Hey guys, Zephyrnix here, and today we're going to take a look at Star Trek Online. Now, a lot of people, this is actually one of those games that a lot of people, you either like it or hate it. And I gotta tell you, I definitely do like it. Both as just a space simulator as well as, as Star Trek, So, this is actually something that Blackbuster Critic it should really give a try in playing. I think that Blackbuster Critic would like this, specifically because he loved the movie. He said he loved the movie, and he already said he wanted to join Star Trek. So this will be his great opportunity, because one thing I like about this this game is that it kind of caters to both fans of the new movie as well as the original Star Trek. So, for example, with your weapons, say like you wanted to choose like phasers, like they do in the old weapons. Sorry, if you guys look over there, you see different types of ships that you can get. But anyway, if you want to choose like regular phasers, you can. But if you want to choose like the pulse bullets, like they did in the movies, you can also do that too. That's one thing I like about this game. It caters to both, and it does a hell of a job doing both. So let's go ahead and like I said, this is the demo. So this is what's called sector space, and I also decided to take a look at it again, and you see a couple of ships here. And if you look, that ship in front of me or to the left of me now is actually the Constellation ship, the Constellation ship, which is the ship from the original Star Trek. So at any rate, this is what's called sector space. This is kind of like a representation of what it would look like if you were in warp, going to warp, which I think is pretty good. So it's just a small representation. So. And it's pretty hard to to kind of represent something like that, and I think they did a really good job at doing it. Of course they could have just left it into a menu system if they wanted to, but this one's actually pretty good too. It's kind of like a GUI, if you will. So at any rate, it's loading, and here we are in our first mission. Our first mission is Captain, anyway. So right now, my job is to rescue the SS. I think A. Start with A. I forget what the name is at this time. So as you see here, I'm going after these first two ships up here. So first thing I like to do when I'm playing this game is I like to shoot off the photon torpedoes first, and then I blast them with a whole bunch of phasers. And I'm known for having a whole bunch of phasers on my ship, and like maybe one, or if I can, two photon torpedo bays. So right now, as you see, between my phasers and the photon, I've drained his shields and his armor pretty low, which he should be blowing up right about. There you go. So now I focus on this other guy, and then I think this is the part when I was looking at my phasers, make sure I had everything hooked up, and as you see, I had two phasers and one torpedo. Then I realized I didn't put it in the console, so I wanted to upgrade my ship, but I couldn't do it in battle. So that's okay. So as you see, the explosions are really good here too. At first I'm like, ooh, okay. Then that big explosion and how the screen shakes is actually a really good touch on it. So anyway, here's the part where I really, I got a chance to. So right when the battle dropped, I added my my tactical console, which allows me to give an upgrade on my phasers. And so as you see here, these two ships are attacking the USS Azura, I think it's pronounced. Azura, I think it is. So I'm going to call it Azura. So basically, I attacked the first ship, and as this is how my tactics work. I shoot off a torpedo, and he shot one back, and I'm hitting with phasers. Shot off another torpedo. I'll also let you know too. It's like one thing I like about this game too is like you have control of a lot of things. You won't see me use it a lot because of this particular ship, but if you look down the lower right-hand screen, you'll see like a blue, yellow, and red. Those are your commanding officers. Depending on who your commanding officer is or what kind of special abilities you have. For example, only one I have right now is on the right hand side, and that particular guy, what he can do is he can drain your shields. But there's other guys who can do other abilities. Like one can stop, he can like disable someone's targeting abilities, or the other guy might be able to allow you to push out two torpedoes instead of one, which is definitely comes in handy since torpedoes do massive amount of damage. So here I am too. Just to let you know about the console here in the middle, in the middle is your shields. Let you know like if you're. I know this is not a good representation of it because my shields are nowhere near about to drop, but that's okay. So anyway, I beat both guys, and here I was going through, like looking at my character. That's my character right there, and that's my my number one right there. And you can actually, one thing good about this game too is like when you get, like you can actually go ahead and purchase You can also promote them if you want to, but you can actually purchase characters in this game, and then you can customize and make them look anything you want. For example, you can get a human female and then make them look like anything you want. And by the way, yes, you can you know, you can go ahead and customize their boob size and their ass size. And you guys know how I like ass, so I decided to make sure she had plenty of booty. But anyway, so but you don't see her character in this game. You can also like kind of customize how they look, how they stand and whatnot, and I'll get into that in another video. So here's where I went to on a ship, which is, there's not many Star Trek games or any space games for that matter that really does this like this, but it allowed me to get out my ship, you know, and then play on the ground. And as you see here, it's fully fleshed out. It's not like a half-assed kind of thing going on here. It's fully fleshed out. You like here's an example. I'm actually going here, and you see there's a conduit blowing. So I wanted to give you guys an example of the conduit. You know how that's like environmental damage, but then it hit me so hard it kind of knocked me on my ass there. So as you know, as my ship crew, they automatically healed me up, and they're healing me as I go along here. So I shut down the conduit and I proceed forward. You know, they're still healing me up. All of a sudden, bang, we turn the corner and there goes some bad guys, so we gotta take them out. And then I realized in space, you know, space bar is to shoot, but on the ground it's like 1, 2, and 3 was to shoot, so I forgot. That's why I jumped like that. So here I am right now. I'm fighting phaser versus phaser here. You know, I'll let you know you can also do martial arts in this game too, by taking off your weapon and just being barehanded. Unfortunately, like that guy's not right there, you know, except better. But unfortunately, once you're in battle, you can't take off your you know, you can't take it off. So if you like martial arts, I highly advise you to make sure that you only have one weapon. At this time I had 2 weapons, and you know, there are still a couple of things. Like if you saw that guy, he was just kind of dancing on a wall there. So there's some things that's going to happen in the game that happens in just about every game. But as you see here, the graphics are actually really good. So my crew's walking with me now, and then another thing is that you can send your crew into action. So I sent my crew into the room to investigate it, and just as I did that, one guy actually came out. So he ran right past him. So here I am right now, I'm taking him on, and I'm using, if you notice here, like you see like the full color is like a regular beam, and then you see I also stunned him. Like when I shoot it up like that, I'm stunning him, so he can't hit me as much. So here I knocked him on the ground here. I think I knocked him on the ground. Yeah, there I go. Knocked him on the ground and then hit him with a phaser right in his balls. So, and then I'm hitting, you know, I'm still getting phasers from the outside. And remember, you know, I like to go ahead and make sure that my characters, at least my main characters are right. That's what the guys are for, man. Let the other guys go ahead and take all the fight, you know. And it gets better too, because right now this is just in a ship. There's also in a you know, you can land on planets, you can land on space stations, which in the beginning of the game I believe you saw me on a space station, but this one is like you're on a ship right now. You can be on a space station, you can be just about, you know, everywhere. And then there's different types of planets. There's one planet where it's like totally green and whatnot, and there's one planet where I went to where it was like a huge sandstorm. It's fantastic. You know, I mean, that's just all that can be said about it. So I shut down another conduit, and now, you know, I'm heading over here, and I'm going to send them into battle this time. So again, so as you see, they all went into battle, and you know, they're all keeping everyone busy while I go in and try to pick them off. So, and there's also flanking. Yeah, right now what I use right there with that blue stuff that came out of me was what it does is in this game you have personal shields. You have a lot of things in this game. Personal shields is one, and that's what I did. I did this little technique which lowers their personal shields. But another thing that you have in here is what's called a exosuit. Now, I don't have an exosuit on me, sadly. You know, I should have actually picked up one to let you guys see exactly what one looks like. But this particular an exosuit is like a suit that goes over your regular suit, which gives you like more mobility or more defense. And I'll kind of, in my next video, I'll probably show you what an exosuit looks like. You know, I'm pretty sure I pick one up before I finish, and then I'll do this mission all over again. So I was going to go ahead and attack him from the back, because you know you get flanking abilities in this game, which means that you can go going from the back, and then you can take him out, you know, and get more damage. But unfortunately, he was already dead. So at any rate, that's pretty much it for this mission. I'll do this mission again at a different type of, you know, with an exosuit and whatnot, and kind of let you guys see from a different point of view. But at any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about Star Trek Online, which is a fantastic game, by the way. You guys have a good night. Zeph is out.